Stop listening to these fitness influencers, at least some of them.
Ball rolling down in the down in the now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Ball rolling. What you gonna do? What you gonna do now? This is America.
74% of us are overweight, and obesity leads to 500,000 deaths each year.
Why, you just have to stop eating, Jimmy.
This is America.
Something's broken, and it's not our bodies, it's the system. Welcome to Weight Loss in America.
Like and subscribe.
A $160 billion industry that feeds on our failure.
Welcome back to Debunking Media. This is Coach Turk. And go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. Listen, stop listening to a lot of the fitness instructors out there. Fitness influencers. The diet industry does not care about us. They care about money. It is a $160 billion business, and business is good. 74% of the United States is overweight. 74%. Okay? That's how much we are officially an overweight country. You watch these videos and everyone keeps saying, if you want to burn belly fat, do this exercise. If you want to lose weight, do this exercise. I don't care if you do that exercise for 1,000 reps. You will not lose fat. It's not going to happen. If you're doing 1,000 reps and you are in a 500 calorie surplus, you will not lose fat. As a matter of fact, in 7 days, you will gain 1 pound of fat. Because 500 calorie surplus times 7 days is 3,500 calories. 3,500 calories plus or minus is 1 pound of fat. You're literally exercising and literally gaining weight. So stop listening. Have you ever seen the videos that if you want to listen to a video, you want to watch someone, follow a person who has lost over 100 pounds. Like me. I've lost over 100 pounds and I did not do it mainstream. I'm not on a Mediterranean diet. I'm not on some other weird damn diet. I am calorie in versus calorie out. I watch what I eat. Well, Coach Turk, why don't you take a GLP-1? It works for some people, and I recommend GLP-1s for some people. I'm just not one of those people. I don't need it because I have enough discipline to where I can count my calories, because the only thing that a GLP-1 does, it makes you feel full so you don't eat as much. It is not a magic drug. It is not you just inject yourself and fat just starts melting away. That is not how this works. That is not how fat loss works, okay? Fat oxidation or lipolysis, okay, that works when your body is no longer feeding off of glycogen. Yes, glycogen. Okay, so let's do some basic biology here. The adenosine triphosphate is what powers the mitochondria. The mitochondria is what powers the cell. Okay, now, in order for you to get the adenosine triphosphate, the production of it is in the Krebs, is within the Krebs cycle. All right. Now, your body is going to first pull from any type of glycogen that you have in your body for energy. That's where it's going to get it from. So, well, how do you get glycogen? You get glycogen from eating hamburgers, carbohydrates. That's where you get glycogen from. And the reason that you become overweight is because your level of activity is lower than the level of carbs that you're putting in your body. You're probably eating 200 to 400 or 500 grams of carbs, and you may walk 500 steps in a day. And if you keep doing that, and then your calories that you're taking in is probably way higher than your BMR. Well, Coach Turk, what is BMR? That's your basal metabolic rate. That is actually the amount of calories that you burn from just existing in the world, just from living and breathing. For your organs to work and for you to be a human that is breathing, you have a BMR. That is your basal metabolic rate. So let's say mine is 3,000. So if mine is 3,000, and then I go out and I just do some, let's say I walk. Let's say that I walk 2,500 steps. Okay, based on my size and my weight, 2,500 steps, I'm gonna burn 100 calories. Then I go to the gym and I do a moderate workout, upper body workout. Consists of about six exercises, and you all know, you've seen the videos, I'm gonna be lifting moderate to heavy weight. Now the calories burned is gonna be different for each one of those exercises. So, but all in all, I'm gonna burn about another 500 calories. Once you include me doing some HIIT cardio and things like that, and with HIIT cardio, I'm probably gonna burn about 150. Then actually lifting weights, I'll probably burn anywhere between 350 and another 250 to 350 calories. So now we're looking at 3,600 calories is what I burn. Okay, so now 2,000, 2,500 calories, that's a lot of food. You are not starving yourself. And even if I were to eat 3,000 calories, I am still in a 600 calorie deficit. And that is the sweet spot. That is the spot to where you lose about 1.5 to 2 pounds a week. Times 4 weeks is 8 pounds a month. Times 12 months, what is that? 84 pounds a year. Okay, so that's how you're gonna lose weight. That's how you lose weight. Fat does not come off because you got on the bike and you rode for 2 hours. It's not gonna do anything. It's not doing literally anything. If your diet, you cannot outrun a bad diet. You can't. You absolutely can't. So if you're just eating and eating and eating and eating, you're going to keep gaining and gaining and gaining and gaining. 3,000 calories if that's your BMR. Now, some people, the average person is not my size. I'm 6'3" and I'm down to 350 pounds. Okay, so if a person is 200 pounds, then their BMR is probably going to be somewhere around 2,200. Okay, but again, if you are working out and you are exercising, you're burning calories, and you add what you burn to your BMR. And then you don't go over that number. So if you burn an extra 400 or 500 and your BMR is 2,200, then that's 2,600, 2,700 calories. Then you need to maintain a caloric deficit. You need to eat somewhere around 1,800, 2,000 calories.
I've tried everything. It's just the science for me, calories in versus calories out. Ozempic works because you eat less food.
Yeah, it makes you full.
So it makes you feel full. So if you can just do that on your own and get mind over matter,
and that is healthy weight loss, people. Stop listening to these guys. These guys are having you do shaping exercises. Just like the video. That's a shaping exercise. You can do, and at the bottom of it, burn belly fat, lose weight, do this, my app is coming soon. And then somebody's gonna see that because they're not fat, but they've never been fat. They've never experienced weight loss. You can look at the guy and tell he's never been fat in his life. You don't see any stretch marks. You don't see any signs of loose skin. This person he probably was very skinny and bulked up. But he has no idea what he's talking about because he's never had to do that. Some of you guys follow these influencers blindly. It's like a person who just graduated from aviation school and they're a pilot, they got their pilot's license. Now they're ready to teach you how to go and fly a plane, but they've only flown one time. At least that person is more reputable than someone who's never been fat ever. Now don't tell me, well, you don't have to experience something to be able to tell someone else. I would agree with you for the most part, except in this. Not when it comes to losing fat. No, I'm going to need you to have been fat before. And there are plenty of personal trainers. Go on YouTube. You can look at them. There's a handful, if not a little bit more, of personal trainers who are actually gaining weight over 100 pounds and then losing it with their clients because they admit to not having any empathy. And then you guys look at them and you sit and stand in the mirror and you daydream, well, if I just do everything they tell me to do, I'm going to look like them. No, you are not going to look like them. You're never going to look like them. I don't care if you train with them for the next 5 years. Unless you do some things, you can't outrun your genetics. You can't help that you are genetically predispositioned to be overweight. That the moment you don't count calories, you're going to be overweight. Which brings me to another point. Stop listening to anything. If it starts off, are you tired of counting calories? Just turn it off. Go keep scrolling. You're doom scrolling anyway. Keep doom scrolling. I don't care who the influencer is. Anyone that's worth their weight in gold is going to tell you that everything that I'm telling you is right. When you're ready to lose weight, go do you some zone 2 cardio for about 5 or 10 minutes. No need. Zone 2 cardio is when you're on a bike, and don't, if you just like walking, then walk. But me personally, I don't like walking. You shouldn't go to the gym and do something that you absolutely don't like to do if you're morbidly obese. If you're morbidly obese and someone is forcing you to do something you really don't like to do, you are more likely going to quit. So I ask my clients, what can you do that's not going to automatically have you in here feeling like you're suffering? Because we've already understanding that this is something that is deeper than what the world thinks it is. There's you're dealing with mental health when you become those sizes for the most part, either serious depression or anxiety. So why would I have you doing on something on a bike for 1 hour knowing that you are suffering this whole time when you don't have to be on the bike for 1 hour? We want better circulation. Okay. We want to put you in a fat oxidative state. Well, Coach Turk, what is that? That is when your body has depleted glycogen down to the level to where your body now is forced to find energy from fat cells. That is when yellow fat cells have been converted to brown fat cells known as BAT, or brown adipose tissue. Adipose meaning a fat cell. Right? Now, when you compile that on top of a deficit, now we cooking with Crisco. Okay, so that was my rant for today. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, because we dropping the truth over here. Coach Turk out.